A blowjob is a job.
A blowjob is a job.
A blowjob is a job.
Yes. So when we start marching,
Our street, our street.
when we walk over everyone in the West Village, that Stonewall was a what?
Protest.
Stonewall was a what?
A riot.
Stonewall was a what?
A riot.
Against police brutality. Stonewall was a what?
A riot.
Against police brutality. Stonewall was a what?
A riot.
Against police brutality. Stonewall was a what?
A riot.
Stonewall was a riot. You can't deny it. Stonewall was a riot. You can't deny it. Stonewall was a riot. You can't deny it. Stonewall was a. Come on, keep the chants going. We're here. We made it. We're black trans women started the movement. We're home. Marsha, Sylvia, we love you. 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 We made it, y'all. And we made it safely. We took back our streets. Whose streets?
Our street.
We took back our streets, just like Marsha, Sylvia, Miss Major, and so many more did. Right across the street at Stonewall Inn, when they stood up, when they fought back against police brutality, when they said enough is enough. Give it up for yourselves. We made it. We're home. We're home. We are home. Stonewall was started by people like us. And it's about damn time that our movement be reminded who was at the forefront and who's leading the way today. It is us. It is us. We are home. Elisa, kick us off.
All right, everybody, we made it. We are home.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you so much. We're going to open it up to community now. I know there's some folks from Make the World that want to talk. Anybody and everybody is welcome to speak. This is open mic for our community. At some point, we will be joined by State Senator Brad Hoylman Siegel, who is a champion for LGBTQ rights and the sponsor of the Transgender Safe Haven Bill, the sponsor of the Gender Expression Non-Discrimination Act, the sponsor of so many bills that champion our trans community. So, anybody want to speak? Raise your hand and come up. Mi amor, bella.
Okay.
Sex work! Sex work!
It's work.
Sex work!
It's work.
Sex work!
It's work.
That's right.
How you guys doing? Así me gusta, con fuerza, con sabor. Bueno, gente, para mí es un placer. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys. I don't speak 100% English, but I try, I do my best. Hoy estoy muy contenta, muy feliz de estar por primera vez asistiendo a una manifestación de esta magnitud. Y la verdad para mí es un orgullo ver tanta gente reunida. Ojalá hubiese por lo menos la mitad de la gente de la comunidad LGTBIQ de acá, de Manhattan, al igual que alrededores. Voy a poner a él a decirlo en inglés, a Mateo, porque yo sé que hay mucha gente acá que habla inglés, entonces...
Hi everyone, I love being here. It is a pleasure to be here with you all. My name is Marla, and I am very excited to be in this protest together of this size here in Manhattan. But my hopes is that more of the LGBTQ folks of Manhattan show up in this space.
Eh, Creo que para mí, bueno, yo llevo 2 años acá en los Estados Unidos apenas, soy nuevita, pero sí llevo muchos años, soy pionera en lo que es el activismo de la comunidad y para mí es un orgullo por la invitación de Vianey, de Mateo y de muchas otras personas, por ejemplo de Mayra, que está por ahí también, que muchos la conocen. Para mí es de verdad un orgullo venir del grupo de New Jersey, porque yo vengo desde New Jersey y me gustaría que ellas empiecen a arrimarse, a hacerse presentes acá en la comunidad de New York.
It's yeah, let's clap it up, let's clap it up. So yeah, for me, I am newer in the United States. I've been here for the past 2 years, but I already consider myself a pioneer of organizing in our communities. It is an honor for me to be here today. I'm grateful for the invitation from Yanei, Mayra, Mateo, and Mayra, who's very well known in our communities. It is an honor to be here from New Jersey, and I would love to continue to have more of the folks of New Jersey also being here today.
Es muy lamentable que nosotras, las que somos trabajadoras del sexo y más, hemos tenido muchos problemas, muchas trabas. Recuerden que muchas de nosotras todavía somos discriminadas al día de hoy. Si no es que trabajamos en un salón de belleza o tenemos una posibilidad de diseñar ropa como lo hago yo, en mi caso, pues somos muy masacradas en la calle. Todavía hay quienes pasan tirando huevos, balines, nos tratan súper mal y creo que eso no es justo para ninguna de nosotras. Deberíamos de tener, porque somos seres humanos, deberíamos de tener un lugar en cualquier trabajo que así sea y que no nos discriminen, porque todavía estamos en los 2000 y vivimos en esa discriminación. Ojalá que esto que hacemos nosotros con tanta fuerza y con tanto fervor nos sirva de algo en algún momento para nuestras nuevas generaciones. Así que muchas gracias y de verdad en mi corazón los tengo y ahí los llevaré para siempre. Gracias.
So I am here to share that unfortunately many of us who are sex workers, we still face a lot of discrimination and a lot of struggles in the daily basis. You know, oftentimes for some folks are able to work in hair salons, other folks are able to design clothing like myself, but still many of us who continue to be sex workers are continue to be discriminated and facing violence in the streets. They throw us eggs, they throw us different things, and they treat us pretty poorly in the streets.
Shame.
Shame, that's right. You know, we should have all the same protections no matter what type of work we are doing. We should demand discrimination in any industry that we're a part of. It is unbelievable that it's already the 2000s and we continue to face discrimination. And we are continuing to organize so that future generations don't have to struggle. I am happy to be here with you all. I will carry you all in my heart as we carry on.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. De verdad, con más fuerza cada día. Y a ti, muchas gracias. Thank you very much. Gracias.
All right, this is our time. Y'all heard from our platform partners. This is time for y'all to raise your voices and to make your voices heard. Come on, Miss June.
Yes.
Come on, Miss June.
Thank you, Cher. Can everybody hear me? I'm loud, so I try my hardest to be as heard as possible. Hi, my name is Miss June. I am the community engagement consultant with NITAG, and I am here to remind you all about Lobbying Day on April 25th on Tuesday, but also to let y'all know that we're having an event in June on the 24th called the Love Rally, and we would love for you all to be a part of our event. We're also setting up a community advisory board as well for NITAG. And you know, it's funny, back 20 some odd years ago, I was one of the young people, I'm a New York native, and I was one of the young people who helped to get keep the pier queer. And it's wild that 20 some odd years later, we're still fighting for these same rights. And I'm here to ensure and to make sure that we get these rights.
Yes.
That sex work is decriminalized.
Yes.
That the homeless, poor, and working class people and children or families have housing access. Because this is what we need. This is New York. So if anybody has any questions, anything whatsoever that you want to ask me, how you can get involved with NITAG, please come and find me. Please come and find me. I'll get your email information. We could talk about how you can possibly become one of the community advisory board if you're one of the girls, if you're one of the trans women, as well as the Protect Black Trans Women rally that's going to be happening in August.
Also a paid position.
And it's a paid position. Thank you very much.
We love to hear
It's a
about
paid
the boys.
position.
That's right.
So to be on the community advisory board as one of the girls, let me know. I will get your information and you can be part of the community advisory board. Thank you so very much.
All right, make some noise for yourself. My name is Tiffany Jade Monroe. I'm the Trans Justice Coordinator for the Caribbean Equality Project. You know, coming to these movements, these actions, you know, I question myself many times. Do I have the right to advocate and lobby for trans rights since I wasn't born here? But when I moved to this country in 2019, I became Tiffany Jade Monroe, the gorgeous trans woman standing before you. This day is amazing. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you so much, New Pride Agenda. Thank you guys for organizing this. Thank you so much again. To see the energy and the love. And you know, it's so heart-rendering and heartbreaking to hear all these legislative actions against the trans community. Why are we the topic? What is happening? Why are we trending? Why are you attacking us? Why are you making movements and actions against us? What have we done to you? That's right, they have nothing else to do. So what is happening? And it's great to see so many people out here, to see all of you and to see our allies, because that is something I believe is very important. We need our allies. We need you there with us. Because when we're going to fight, we're not fighting for trans rights. We're fighting for Black Lives Matter rights. We're fighting for abortion rights. We're fighting for all these other rights. And we need our allies to be there for us and support us when we want to fight for our rights, for our safety, our protection. Sex work is fucking work. Fuck them bitches. This is work. And we need protection. We need the system to care for us and realize that we are fucking human beings. We are here. We are proud. Trans youths, we need to protect them. It's amazing to see the rally they had yesterday. I was there in support. And so amazing to see all the trans youth come out in their numbers. We love you guys so much. And we'll continue to be there for you. Our allies, as I said, please be there for us, because we turn up for you. Thank you.
I know that's right. I'm gonna say that again to the people across the street who are having a nice, lovely time with their cocktails and mimosas over there celebrating the day in the place that Black trans women started the modern LGBTQ plus civil rights movement. Right, I see y'all. You can hear me. You can hear me. What Tiffany Monroe just said is that we need our allies with us, because we show up and show out for you. And none of your rights would be possible if it wasn't for the labor of Black trans women.
That's right. That's right.
One of the extraordinary things about New Pride Agenda is that we are a trans-led, statewide advocacy group. We say what?
Talk that shit.
Oh, anybody who knows me knows I can do that real well. But I'm not gonna hold y'all all day. But what I will say is it's because of the leadership of Black and brown trans women, that we have become the first statewide LGBTQ plus advocacy organization to democratize what we advocate for. I've said this over and over and over again throughout today, and I would like to introduce someone in the state's legislature who has heard our rallying call, who has been there, who has stood up for us, who is standing by us, and who is here today to hear you, to take our demands back to Albany and to create actual, sustainable, substantive, equitable change. Without further ado, a champion of ours, Senator Brad Hoylman Segal.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm State Senator Brad Hoylman Segal. So honored to be here on this hallowed ground. And you're right, Black trans women have led the movement. They did it back in 1969, and they're doing it up in Albany as we speak. So thank you very much. Give a round of applause for the new Pride Agenda and all the work they're doing. Because once again, Black trans women are the targets of the far right. We've seen it every step of the way. We saw it a few weeks ago at the LGBTQ Center. You know, I never thought that I would live to see the day when you had neo-Nazi sympathizers, the Proud Boys, chanting outside of the LGBTQ Center. But folks, that just happened a couple of weeks ago. I never thought I would see the day after we had so many successes in connection with our rights, LGBTQ rights, up and down the ladder, when we are seeing today 69,000 young people at risk of losing gender-affirming care today. I never thought I would see the day where you have 11 states that have criminalized gender-affirming care. There are almost a dozen states that are about to do it in the next few weeks. So we have to fight back as a united community, and we need to do it today. Am I right? Yeah! So in Albany, thanks to the efforts of the new Pride Agenda, we have a bill that passed the Senate Judiciary Committee just last week called the Trans Safe Haven Bill. And thank you. What that's going to do, that's going to make New York State a place where transgender kids and their families can come to our state for gender-affirming care. They don't have to worry about criminalization of their rights. They don't have to worry about being separated from their family. They won't have to worry about the fact that they can't get this care elsewhere. They should come to New York and affirm who they are as people, who they are as trans people, who they are as Americans. Am I right about that? So with the help of the new Pride Agenda, we will get this legislation passed. We will continue to fight for trans and LGBTQ people. We are putting our foot down and saying enough is enough. No more attacks on the trans community. No more attacks on LGBTQ people. These are fundamental human rights to determine who you are and who you want to be. And the most distressing thing about this, it's attacks on kids. So I took my daughter, Lucy, age 5, proudly to Drag Queen Story Hour this morning. And God help me, why is this a political statement? Why are there people protesting outside of public libraries? But again, it's happening today. The stakes could not be higher. So we honor the founders of our modern LGBTQ human rights movement. We honor trans women who led the way. We honor people of color who continue to be on the front lines. So thank you for your work. Thank you for marching today. Let's raise our voices higher. Let's support the new Pride Agenda and make certain that we, in Albany, do what's right, decriminalize sex work, a safe haven for trans youth, families, making certain that we end the criminalization of HIV and STIs. And thank you for your work. We are going to do it. We are fighting in Albany. We'll continue to fight. Thank you so much.
And we say thank you to Brad.
Yes,
Hoyle
thank you.
One more time. Thank you for your leadership up in Albany. Thank you for holding the line. We are fighting for equity, y'all. Equity means safety. Equity means advancements. Equity means that we are able to live our lives free from fear, that we are able to move beyond superficial equality towards a lived reality of being able to survive. That's why we have called this year's platform No Equality for Some of Us, like those across the street, without equity for all of us, because all of us deserve equity. Now, our time here is coming to an end very, very soon. We have time for one or two more speakers, but beforehand, I want to say, don't go too far. If folks were listening when I said this earlier, you know that we have a happy hour right over there. Right over there in the Stonewall Inn, where we started the fucking movement. We are going to celebrate together in community where the movement started. We have half-price drink tickets. We have a wonderful group of people. We are going to storm. We are going to celebrate. We are going to be merry. And we are going to continue the work when we wake up tomorrow. So, we have time for one, two, or maybe three more speakers, who knows, but we gotta be out of here by 5. So, without further ado, someone who has been leading for a while now, give it up for Jay.
Thank you, Cher. I'm Jay Walker. I'm one of the co-founders of the Queer Liberation March. I too was at that drag story hour as part of the defense. And I'm glad that my senator, Brad Holman Siegel, brought it up, because I have an answer to that question, Senator. The reason that those people are out there protesting Drag Story Hour is because there is an organized campaign against our queer and trans and non-binary and gender non-conforming and drag communities. It has been going on for decades, because there is one political party in this country that offers the people nothing. All it cares about is helping rich people preserve their money and going into poor countries and extracting their wealth. That's it. That's what they stand for. And when you stand for just that, you can't get people to vote for you. So what do? You gin up hatred against any other. And for a while, they got away with openly ginning up hatred against Black people. And for a while, they got away with openly ginning up hatred against Jews. And for a while, they got away with openly ginning up hatred against gay men and lesbians. But now, people look at them a little funny when they do that. And so they have to come up with new things to get weak-minded people organized to hate, so they don't pay attention to what's going on in their own lives. And right now, our communities are who they are choosing to do that with, along with teaching accurate history about the roles of queer and trans and Black and brown and indigenous people in the growth of this nation. That is what is happening. We, as New Yorkers, sitting here across the street from Stonewall, we have to recognize that New York is the capital of the goddamn world, okay? We set the tone, we set the agenda, and we get other states who have smart, compassionate, progressive legislators and governors to join with us, and we have got a lot of work to do.
We need a new set of freedom rides. We can call them liberation rides. We've got to go from these blue states like New York, like California, like Massachusetts, and we got to get on that bus and we got to go down to Tennessee and Kentucky and Texas and bring real information, especially to our queer and trans youth. Bring books, bring medical information, get rides back to New York for them so that they can get the treatment that they need or they can get the counseling that they need. We need to lead the way. And so I want to ask everybody who's here, talk to your people, talk to your networks, talk to the people that you have in your lives, and get them engaged, because this park should be overflowing into the streets right now. We shouldn't have to wait for Pride to fill the goddamn streets. Yesterday, I was so proud to help out with the New York City Youth for Trans Rights and their march that they did from Union Square to Washington Square. They got 1,000 people, mostly kids, mostly high school kids, to go out there on that march, stand in their truth, stand in their joy at living their own lives freely and proudly. We folks in our 20s and our 30s and our 40s and our 50s and our 60s, we need to do this work. Because don't think that it is just limited to Texas and Tennessee and Kentucky and Arkansas and those states that a lot of us have never been to or a lot of us never visit, because this is Gilead on the march, y'all. This is Margaret Atwood, Handmaid's Tale stuff that they are trying to do. They've been working on this for 4 decades. You can look at the homeschool movement. You can look at these vast, rich right-wing groups like the Council for National Policy and the Heritage Foundation and the American Enterprise Institute and all the rest of them that have been collecting big money to take away our rights, our lives, and our freedoms. And we here in New York have to stand up and say, hell no. Say it with me. Hell no. All right, thank you all. Queer Liberation March, June 25th. Be there, not corporate, no cops. Just come out and march for who we are, for our communities across this country. Thank you.
Thank you. That was a perfect note to end on, a rallying cry. A rallying cry. Thank you for always reminding us why we do this work, for reminding me as a young person why it's important to show up each and every day, to wake up each and every day, and to keep at it. It's hard, it's difficult. Even in the nation's frontline defense of fundamental freedoms and civil liberties in New York, shit is still hard, and we still have rights to fight for. Who thinks we've reached the tipping point? Show of hands, anybody?
Which way? Which way are you talking about it tipping?
Well, I mean, it depends on what our values are individually. I mean, I'm an abolitionist, so I'm ready for everything to come crashing down in due time. But the reality is that we are far from the tipping point. If we've learned anything as a community and as a movement over the last several years, with our rights on the chopping block, with our lives on the line, it's that we have so much work to be done. So thank you for joining us. Please join us again in Albany on April 25th for the first ever New York State TGNC NBI Advocacy Day. Before we go, before we celebrate, I'm going to ask our civic engagement and political education intern Jewel. Jewel, if you can stand and raise your hand. Right. If, Jewel, you can station yourself here at the exit. If you have a sign, let's put them up. Right. We are a grassroots organization made up of mostly trans folks. These signs were expensive to print, which means You are welcome to take them with you if you'd like, but if you think that you are going to drop them into the trash or into the gutter, please think twice. Please hand them to Jewel on your way over to Stonewall so we can take them to Albany with us because we don't have the budget to reprint them again, and that's just being real. So let's make some noise for ourselves. We did that! We came out today and we slayed! New pride! New pride! New pride! New pride!
Thank you, our street. Who said that? Thank you so much, you all, for coming out. We really appreciate it. You all look so beautiful. I have 50 half-price drink tickets in this white envelope, so if you would like to come across the street and get a drink and celebrate, because we do this also for joy, not just for heavy moments, please come and see me so I can give you the wristband before you go into the Stonewall Inn. Thank you so much, everybody. Otherwise, please get home safely. We love you.